What's going on, guys? So I wanted to make a quick recap. Obviously, Tesla did basically what I was telling you guys would happen. So I told you guys that I was expecting Tesla to have a mean reversion. Obviously, I had no idea that Elon and Trump would go on a Twitter war against each other, insulting each other with a messy breakup. And with the final straw of Elon basically saying that Trump is on the Epstein list, right? Had no idea that was going to happen, but based on probabilities, I knew that there was going to be a mean reversion minimum and that it was about, 20% below where we were. And if we calculate from here, yeah, that was about, a 25% drop that we had. I was buying yesterday. That's why I wanted to talk about Tesla. We'll also talk about the broad market also and where we're most likely heading. And, are we still in a secular bear market? What's going on with the market? Extremely volatile. Don't feel bad if you're having a hard time in this market. It's super hard. Took advantage of the dip yesterday for Tesla, but the point is really hard market to trade, extremely volatile, and also just a lot of political noise, which I'm going to talk about as well, which is one of the primary reason why the market right now, the broad market, is slowly grinding to the upside and continues pushing despite the fact that I was expecting a mean reversion. So when it comes to the mean reversion trade, I got it right on Bitcoin and on Tesla, but not on the broad market. So yeah, just wanted to kind of give you guys all the crumbs at the beginning of the video in case you need to click off. Totally fine. I totally get it. Very hard market to trade. Not for the faint of hearts at all. So right now, Tesla is bouncing. We're going back to 300. So this is why I was buying yesterday. I was expecting this mean reversion. We were also beneath the 200 daily moving average. And, when a stock is down 15% based on a tweet, it's usually a good idea to nibble a little bit and to buy the dip, even though, being honest, like that was some crazy tweets. Like that was not like normal type of tweets that usually, it's easy to buy the dip. This was, when you're attacking the president of the United States of America on Twitter, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But anyway, I digress. As a long-term shareholder of Tesla, I'm not happy with Elon again. Very disappointed. I mean, if he could just move on, from garbage politics, it would be much appreciated. Sure, I'm not the only one that thinks this. It's like, look, you did it, you tried it, didn't work. Move on. And in my humble opinion, I think that's most likely what's going to happen. This is why this is a buying opportunity, especially below 300. So right now we're flirting with $300 per share. I wouldn't be buying right now. We might get a little bit more of a better buying opportunity as well. But before I change subject for Tesla, told you guys in my last video that I'm basically expecting, yeah, my computer is lagging, my bad guys, but I'm expecting um, a W pattern like this for Tesla. So for me, this leg down is a buying opportunity, but obviously, the news is not great and it's obviously not the type of dip buy I was, waiting for. So hopefully this gets resolved quickly. The good news, the technology at Tesla keeps it's insane actually. Like it's extremely impressive. The full self driving is just off the chart. Honestly, it's pretty wild. Now they're sending those cars directly to people's home in Austin as well. And Optimus is like really going very well, in my humble opinion. The breakthrough at Tesla when it comes to the humanoids are phenomenal. Very impressed by that. The real problem right now is Elon Musk. Elon Rogue, same problem. Told you guys when we were, uh, you know, crashing basically before Elon pivoted out of politics for about a week. I told you guys that until he pivots, the stock won't recover. He basically pivoted, and then obviously we had this big move to the upside, almost 50% bounce. And now he's going back into politics, and we're going right back down. So that's going to be a problem. So hopefully Elon's stops. I'm expecting him to stop at one point because he's not an idiot. And, at the end of the day, it's all about risk reward. And he's gonna start realizing that it's just not worth it, and to just go back at creating technology, hopefully. So that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna change subject. I just wanted to talk about Tesla and obviously now the broad market. So I was expecting us to go lower. Didn't happen. We had a window of weakness, a potential window of weakness. It failed. It absolutely did not work. Right now, the market is going higher, but we have some red signals. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm seeing for the roadmap. And also I'll end the video with, bigger picture. What am I seeing? Um, and yeah, it's going to be an important part of the video afterwards, because you're going to understand that even if the rest of this year we continue slowly going higher, eventually at the end of 2025 Q4, which I am expecting a bullish Q4. I'm expecting a little bit more volatility before this for the rest of this year, and then a Q4 to the upside, to then basically enter a bear market in 2026 again. So that's going to suck. That was the scenario I did not want to happen, but it seems that we're going to that direction. So we're basically going to have two bear markets back to back. The one we just had was barely a baby bear market. It sucked. I wanted it to last a little bit longer so we could just get on with it for the year of 2025, and then we would have 3 beautiful years to the upside. But it seems that Mr. Market doesn't want to give us those type of market condition, and basically this market is going to continue sucking for the rest of this year and next year as well. Until then, though, that's the good news, is after 2026, in my humble opinion, after the midterm, and Jerome Powell, the chairman of the chairman of the Fed, once he gets replaced. And after the midterm, I also expect the Trump administration to lose the House or the Senate. And if they continue on this trajectory right now, they could even lose both. And that would be bullish for the markets, because it basically means that they would not be able to do anything. And on top of that, you would have a bullish Fed chairman that they would probably replace Jerome Powell with. And so basically that means equals a lot of liquidity and no uncertainty, because the Trump administration aren't able to actually do anything. So hopefully that makes sense. If you need to click out, try to make it quick for you guys. Already 8 minutes, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing for the market. So right now, going back to what I was talking about. So the S&P 500 right now, sorry, my computer is bugging. um it's slowly grinding up, but I'm going to show you guys a bearish divergence that basically helped me, called the top. So now I'm going to just show you the bearish divergence that I'm getting from the markets. This is one indicator that I use to call the top at the beginning of this year. It was one of the signal. It's a warning signal, and it's flashing again. So as you guys recall, the S&P 500 continues slowly grinding up. I'm going to put it on the chart for you guys, and you'll see that there's divergence between the red line, which is the S&P 500. Sorry guys, my computer is bugging, so hopefully you'll be able to follow with my mouse here. I tried to draw some stuff for you guys, not working, so I'll finish this quick. So basically the S&P 500 red line continues going up, but this ratio right here continues going down. So this is the cyclical defensive ratio I like to look at. And basically when we topped in January, same thing happened. You can see that the S&P 500, did a new all-time high, but that ratio made a new low. So when that happens, most of the time it means that we're topping. So I believe we are topping, but the market is very stubborn right now. And the next week of June tends to be bullish. So next week, I'm not expecting us no longer to go down, but after next week, I'm basically seeing another window of weakness opening, and then we could start the topping. That's on the short term. But as I said, bigger picture, guys, I think we're going to have one last window of weakness this year for 2025. But it's going to end up being a buying opportunity on the medium term for a bullish Q4 of 2025 to just enter another bear market in 2026 based on the presidential cycle. So that was the scenario I did not want to happen, because that's going to suck for everyone. A lot of volatility up, down, and then, you need to manage your position, and then, it's just a waste of time, and then a lot of fees for the transactions, and it just sucks. So, yeah, this market, in my humble opinion, will continue being very tricky for the rest of 2025, which is something I've been saying of this year before all the tariff stuff. I was not expecting that to happen and to create a mini bear market, but it did. And now it seems that it's going away because obviously the Trump administration is flip-flopping on most of the things they were saying they were going to do already after 6 months. So this is why the market continues slowly going up, but there's a lot of red signals that I'm starting to see in the internals, seeing a pullback, but longer think we're gonna break the lows that we had in April, and afterwards we'll go back up again, and then we'll go back down again. So hopefully that gives you a good snapshot of what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's gonna, even for people that are traders, it's gonna suck. Like, this is just gonna suck for everyone, and yeah, I'm just not very pessimistic on like a good bull market, where you have a year where you're up 20%. After 2026, yes, I think that's going to be likely, but and I think that we're going right back into the presidential cycle that I was talking about at the beginning of this year. So hopefully that all makes sense. It gives you guys a good roadmap. Um, yeah, it's gonna suck. Bitcoin is bouncing as well. Bitcoin, honestly, just want to be long Bitcoin for the next 4 to 5 years. Most likely it's going to be close to $1 million at one point. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully this helps a little bit. And you guys can have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, and God bless you.